What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video? Smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Saturday, September 10th. It's day 67 inside the Big Brother house. And yesterday on the live feeds, it was all about the nominations. The night before, the house guests were up very late in the evening with the HoH comp going very long. And then afterwards, them all kind of be just jacked up on some energy, and they really didn't go to sleep very early. So Big Brother did let them kind of sleep in a long time after the long night they had the night before. Eventually, they did wake up, and we went and got into the nominations. To no surprise, Brittany and Alyssa were nominated by Monte. They will be the ones on the block going into the veto competition. And it's a big one. The veto competition is going to be today, so it's really going to be interesting to see who comes away with it. If either one of them does, Turner or Taylor will have to be put on the block as a replacement. And there's so few options now for Monte that he would really like the veto not to be used. After the nomination ceremony, though, he did have one-on-ones with everybody, and in his one-on-ones with Taylor and Turner, they kind of talked about what would happen if the veto was used and what he would like to see happen if they won veto. He doesn't want it to be used, and he keeps kind of telling the other one that, Taylor would ask, like, so what happens if the veto is used? Well, we would have to take that shot. Like implying that it would be Turner, but without kind of like saying it outright. And kind of the same thing with Turner, where he would be like, yeah, I mean, come on, what do you think? But honestly, it's really hard to say what is the best case scenario, because especially if you're Monte and Turner, the ones who are most likely to win. For Monte, I feel like maybe taking out Turner wouldn't be a bad option for you. You don't get to play in the HoH, so maybe it would be nice to have someone who is HoH, but guess what? It's Final Four. The HoH really doesn't matter. All HoH does is give you safety. So it's all about the veto. The veto is all of the power in Final Four. So if you want your best shot to win veto, maybe you take out Turner. Right? If you're Monte, it probably is best to get out your strongest competition threat, and that would probably be Turner. Taylor's up there too. Taylor probably could do pretty well in a competition, but really the only one she's shown extreme promise in was the wall competition, which he won. But other than that, Turner shown that he can win a lot of different competitions, so probably would be smarter to get rid of him so that you can make your veto competition next week much easier. That said, it seems like the target right now is Brittany because they feel like they can trust her more. But again, I don't think they realized how unimportant trusting someone is at this point. It's all about winning competitions. Once you get to Final 7, the game really switches up. It goes from being a very social game in the beginning where you have to build trust with different people and know that they're not going to put you up and keep you off the block in certain situations. But once it gets to about Final 7, that's when the game becomes way more strategic on having to win the competitions and knowing who to put up when. And the fact that they're not thinking, oh, yeah, you know what? If we just get rid of Brittany this week, well, she's probably not going to win a competition. So why would I get rid of Brittany? She seems like the perfect person to take with you into the Final Four and the Final Three. You're much better off getting rid of somebody like Taylor or Turner if you're Monte. But again, they're not thinking about that yet. Maybe it will click in their heads at some point this week. We still have a lot of time to go until Thursday's eviction. But as of right now, they really need to start thinking about what happens next. Because who you trust doesn't matter. It's all about winning those competitions. That said, otherwise, there was just a lot of chit-chat about random things going on inside the house, previous events inside the house. Like there was lots of talks about, Dire Fest and Daniel and just lots of other random stuff. They did talk and try and pull the secret out of Brittany. So we talked about in yesterday's update, one of the things that Michael apparently said to Alyssa before he was evicted was that Brittany's lying about everything. She's lying about her job. She's lying about, all of the game stuff. You can't trust her. And they tried to kind of like pull it out of her. They're like, yeah, like, does anybody you think had like secrets they were cast for? Like, Brittany, what would your secret be if you were cast for a secret? And she's like, I don't really have any. I don't think that was why I was cast. Even though they all knew she does have a secret. So just by lying, they were all just like, okay, right. Yeah, we know. The belt situation with Michael during the veto was also brought up again. And this is one that I saw a lot in the comments, people being like, oh, he was robbed because his belt broke, and production, it was a setup. They sabotaged him. No, that's not what it was. First off, things like this happen all the time in Big Brother. Second, this comes from the house guests because they were talking about it. They said, yeah, production told us and they warned us that the ropes weren't indestructible. So it's his own fault for tugging on it as hard as he did. That said, if I was Michael and my rope had broken, I would totally have cheated the rest of that competition and not bothered to go through and around the pipes. I just would have kept pulling on the rope until it was untangled. But Michael, he kept going with it and kept going through the pipe. So at least some credit for him goes there. Other than that, there was another really interesting conversation, and this was actually something that ties into a conversation that was happening on the Discord earlier as well yesterday. So people on the Discord kept talking about how, why do they show them BB16? Like, why do they tell the recruits to watch that season? Well, here's the thing. I'm not 100% sure that's what they do anymore, or that was what they were doing 100% all the time. Because there's plenty of house guests who said, I was never told to watch any season, like, period. There's others who have said, yeah, I was told to watch this season, or I was told to watch that season. In particular, on the live feeds yesterday, Alyssa and Taylor had a convo, and they were talking about Big Brother Canada 6. And they said that they were actually told to watch that season. If anybody hasn't seen that season, it has a really great female winner. I guess I won't do any spoilers for it. If anybody hasn't seen Big Brother Canada, definitely make sure you go and check it out. I don't think all the seasons are, but most of the seasons are on Paramount Plus, so you can check them out. But they said they were actually told to watch Big Brother Canada 6. Meanwhile, Monte's like, really? I wasn't told to watch any Canadian season. So the question then becomes, who is telling them to watch certain seasons, and why would they tell certain players to watch some seasons and other players not to watch other seasons? Now, there's lots of different theories, right? Like, maybe they're, telling the girls to watch like a strong female cast. Maybe they're telling the strong guys to watch, seasons that have a strong male cast. Or here's my theory on it. The ones who are probably telling them, like, oh, like, you should check out this season or that season, are probably the people who are the casting producers, because they're kind of the ones that you spend the most time with before you're actually on the show talking to and kind of discussing what's going on. So I feel like there's different casting producers that would then say, like, oh, yeah, like, this is a good season you should check out, while others might not tell them to watch any season. And there's others that will say a completely different season. So that's kind of my theory on why certain players watch some seasons, why certain players watch other seasons. Another thing to keep in mind as well is just 2 seasons ago, one season ago, really, if you count this one, it's 2. But for BB23, it was a whole new casting team, completely new casting team. It's actually run by the people who used to cast Survivor. Well, not used to. I think they still cast Survivor. So it's a new casting team. So their practices are going to be probably much different than the team that was casting before, and like what they would tell people would probably be much different than what was said before. So it was really kind of interesting to hear that, oh yeah, they were told to watch a Big Brother Canada season, because I don't think anybody's ever said that before. It's like, yeah, I was told to watch a Canadian season. Because normally there's some people that don't even know. They're huge Big Brother super fans. They've been watching Big Brother, for years. They don't even know that there is a Big Brother Canada and that it's really good. You should check it out. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting little discussion. What do you guys think? What would be good seasons for house guests to be told to watch? I feel like, and maybe this is a one that's a little bit controversial, but I feel like it's actually a good one for them to watch, not necessarily to see what to do, but what not to do. And that would be BB15. I think if more house guests would see, like, oh, this is what happens when you act like this and it's not good and it comes off really bad, I feel like we'd get maybe less drama, right? But we definitely get less of the kind of stuff that we saw this season. I feel like if Kyle had watched BB15, probably doesn't say the comments that he makes. Just putting it out there. But other than that, some good seasons, BB6, BB10. What else would be a good one? Dude, I'm just trying to come up with these on the top of my head. Probably BB20 would be a decent one for them to watch. Yeah, what do you guys think? Give me your suggestions down in the comments down below on what, if you were suggesting to someone who never had seen Big Brother before, or maybe they had seen Big Brother before and they're about to be on the show and they just don't know 100% about what's going on, what would be a season that you would suggest to them to watch? Some Big Brother Canada seasons, gosh, take your pick. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 isn't a bad one. Probably wouldn't tell them to watch 7. If you're not gonna watch 8, 9 would be a fun one for them to watch too. Even 10. 10's one that had just a lot of chaos going on around it, so that might be a fun one that the tunnel will watch. Really, almost any of the BB Can seasons. Just don't watch 4. Don't watch 4. That's not one you really need to watch. Yeah, don't worry about that one. Other than that, though, that really kind of covers everything that happened on the feeds. What do you guys think about the plans going forward? What would your ideal veto winner be? Because that's taking place today. Let me know in those comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, if you made it all the way to the end, smash that like button and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, you never miss a stream. We will be live tomorrow for the kind of conclusion, the second part of the double eviction. We get to see kind of what happened in the commercial breaks that we didn't get to see, and the big scramble that Michael had. So that's going to be a very entertaining episode to watch, and we're going to do a watch party for that over on Twitch, so make sure you follow me on that. Links will be in the description down below. Also, pinned comment down there as well, so you can find all that. You can follow me on Twitter. You can join the Discord and join the conversation. Like I said, there are a lot of conversations were actually happening about people having to watch BB16, which again, I don't even know if that's necessarily the case anymore. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.